Oh, no. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. Today's press conference is to formally present and discuss the executive order issued by CEO Lorraine Cochran-Johnson, which focuses on ensuring fiscal responsibility in DeKalb County amid increasing uncertainty around federal funding and broader economic concerns. Following this press conference, you'll receive a copy of the official press release as well as a copy of the official signed executive order. In this executive order, it will outline a pause on all new hiring and other notes the CEO Cochran-Johnson will review shortly. We ask that questions today remain focused on the executive order, the county's fiscal planning, and how we are preparing to safeguard essential services for DeKalb residents. After CEO Cochran-Johnson delivers her remarks, we'll open the floor to questions. We'll have limited questions, and again, we will like to keep them focused on the topic at hand. CEO.
Good afternoon, everyone. I do appreciate all of you for coming out today to be with us. This morning, I'd like to announce that I have signed my second executive order since becoming the CEO of DeKalb County, and it is to temporarily pause all new hiring and non-essential spending for departments that are controlled within the purview of the Office of CEO of DeKalb County, Georgia. This is a proactive and precautionary measure in response to increasing fiscal uncertainty, not just about cuts, but also about the slowing and unpredictability of federal funding here in DeKalb County, Georgia. DeKalb County currently receives more than $346 million annually in federal funds. These funds support vital programs like senior care, housing, food insecurities, public safety, workforce development. We are not facing a crisis today, but the warning signs are clear, and as leaders, it is important that we learn to plan ahead. Our department directors have confirmed that most federally funded programs here in DeKalb County, including community development, human services, Superior Court, the district attorney, as well as fire and rescue, are stable at this time. However, the police department has received notice of review pause for our urban area security initiative funding, which supports our emergency preparedness initiatives. And while WorkSource DeKalb has not received notice of an official pause, they also haven't received the funding that is expected associated with generally our mid-March appropriations. Thankfully, they have sufficient funding at this time to continue operations through June 30th for youth programs and through August 31st for adult and dislocated worker programs. What we're seeing is uncertainty that is not always communicated through any form of direct notification of pause, but through standard delays. And that's just as concerning for me as the CEO of DeKalb County, Georgia. Beyond federal funding, we're also preparing for the possibility of a national recession, which could lower property values and impact the future of our future tax digest here in DeKalb County. Most of you who are present understand that government receives the majority of its funding through our tax digest. Add that to the potential increase in consumer goods that are or would be potentially impacted by recent tariffs, we're facing a multi-front economic challenge that simply requires at this time foresight and discipline. This executive order does three things. It pauses the creation of any new job positions without the express written consent of me as CEO of DeKalb County. It requires every department that is under my supervision to submit cost-saving and revenue-generating plans. And I'd like to say that I feel that that is important whether we face a recession or not. Good government is important. Last, it urges a review of non-core spending, primarily related to external events and discretionary programs. Let me be crystal clear. We are not eliminating services, and we are not laying off employees. This is about being responsible stewards of taxpayer dollars, ensuring that our core services and the people who rely on them remain protected no matter what happens on the federal level or as a part of the broader economy. Thank you, and at this time, I am more than happy to take questions if there are any.
How long do you expect this to last?
This particular order will remain in effect until suspended or repealed.
This is Cochran-Johnson, Chase Hall 11 Alive. Nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
In February, you made an announcement about a proposal for the police department to retain and also recruit of giving a 7% raise, better benefits, and also housing allowances. With this freeze, what does that look like?
It in no way affects, and I do want to be clear that I'm very excited. We passed a balanced budget in 5 days after taking office. I'm very excited to have restructured existing revenue to ensure that our police officers truly became amongst the highest paid in the state of Georgia. And in no way does this executive order affect their pay or the pay of any other DeKalb County employee.
So, to the timeline question, is it just sort of a wait and see how things go, and keep this in place, until you feel it can be lifted?
Absolutely. So until which time we either suspend or repeal it, this executive order will remain in effect.
If $346 million gets taken away in federal funding, what are the food banks and the unhoused and the senior programs? How can they be assured that the county is going to take or is going to protect them?
Let me say to you that what we face here in DeKalb, I want to be very clear, is not unique. Our Human Services Department, as well as Community Development, operates almost 90% from federal funding. And independent of receiving those monies, it could have severe consequences. But I want to be clear, the reason we stand here today is because of my commitment to the least of those. During hard times, often one must prioritize. The security of seniors, as well as people and individuals who suffer from food insecurities, that is not negotiable. I want to be very clear. There are certain services we provide that are not negotiable. So consequently, today, I stand here and I ask all of our departments, our department heads, and every employee in DeKalb County to make critical decisions. Over the past 5 years, DeKalb County has received more than $375 million as a direct result of CARES and ARPA, American Rescue Plan funds. During that time, it afforded us great latitude in providing community services and outreach. And we plain and simply do not have those funds at this time. Now, for everyone here who is wise, you see what I see. It is time we exercise great constraint and care today to ensure the future. I'd also like to say to my DeKalb County employees that I am committed to ensuring that each and every one of you have the best possible environment in which to work, and that no employee will be affected by anything that happens external of this organization, because each and every one of you provide a valuable service to the people of DeKalb County.
I'm Reed Williams from AJC, Ms. Cochran-Johnson. I just wanted to ask back to if there's not going to be more hiring for now, does that, what exceptions are there to that? And is that just no new hiring period, or in the case of, say, the police exception, or are we talking about just no new funded positions being created? Can you just explain that a little bit more?
Absolutely, and that is a good question. The positions that are currently available within our DeKalb County Police Department are budgetary. They were passed when we moved forward our budget in late February. So the money is there for those positions. Today, this executive order deals with the creation of any new positions outside those that have already been provided as a result of our current budget.
And can you talk a little bit about which departments have vacancies and, what departments are going to get hit hardest in terms of having enough staff?
I want to be clear. All of our departments, if there were positions available that were not filled, they were funded. So this executive order doesn't take away our ability to continue identifying, recruiting, and retaining competent people. So this executive order in no way ends hiring. It limits hiring to already existing positions that are essential and necessary to perform the duties that are associated with DeKalb County. You're welcome.
So to be clear, if you wanted to hire a mascot, you got to get permission from you.
Yes. And that wouldn't go very well at this time. But again, I think what we're doing here, you may see other municipalities and governments do the same. It is simply time that we are on the forefront. It is not a good thing to be reactive. What we are experiencing requires leaders to be proactive. So we stand here today being proactive, asking our department heads to ensure that all hiring remains within budget. I am very excited about our future, and I feel that we will be fine. However, I have to do what's necessary at this moment to ensure that DeKalb County ultimately is in the best position possible.
One of the things that I think the executive order mentions is that you're scaling back non-core programs and external events, and you said that too. Can you describe like kind of what you mean by non-core programs and external events versus like what a core program would be?
Understood. And that, again, is a good question. When we say non-core programs and events, across DeKalb County, we have funded for our various partners a variety of senior events throughout the year. What we are looking to do now is bring those events in-house. They would be funded by DeKalb County, and we would then extend invitations to partners. Rather than funding 5 events, we would fund 1 and make it available to others. So those are the type things that we must reel in. Also, we have, over the past several years, held numerous feedings at churches across DeKalb County. And of course, those were made possible through our CARES and ARPA funds. And those funds are expended now. I would like to say that weekly, DeKalb County feeds on average about 500 people through our Meals on Wheels program. That does not stop. However, multiple feedings at multiple locations across DeKalb County at this time, it is paused. We plain and simply do not have the revenue to continue some of the programs that we have endeared and that we love. We look forward to the day when we have that capacity. And we are rolling out new and innovative programs, including a police fund, a DeKalb County Police Fund, so that we have greater partnerships, because this is going to be important as we move forward, with our corporate community, who can help us subsidize many of those desired programs. Okay, well, it looks like our business may be done here today. I thank you all for coming, and again, let me emphasize my commitment to ensuring that all 763,000 residents of DeKalb County have the best possible county in which to live, that our leadership has the support that it needs, and that we take proactive measures now to ensure that there is no service interruptions for those who are most vulnerable, and that is certainly a commitment from me. Thank you.
Just want to know, so thank you for all of your questions. Thanks for staying focused. Appreciate it. Just as a reminder, the executive order is about being prepared, not panic. It reflects our administration's commitment to being fiscally responsible. I'm sure that some of you will have follow-up questions. Following this, we will release a press release that details much of what we discussed, as well as the executive order. If you do have follow-up questions, feel free to reach out to our communications office, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank you all.